we are joined by Mr. Stephen Terese, project manager with Shreveport Parks and Recreation. Hey, Mr. Steve, how are you this morning?
Hey, good morning. I'm fine. How are y'all?
Are you like a project manager of lots of projects or the specific dog park project manager?
I'm on a couple of different projects, but I'm here to talk to you about the dog park today.
Yes, we can talk about many others, but this is the big one that everybody's been waiting on for a couple of years or more. The dog park is close to opening. We've been given a projected date of sometime in May. Are we still on track for that?
Well, we think that the contractor is going to finish sometime in May, but we think that we're going to probably have a ribbon cutting in late June. We also need to give the park some time to have the grass grow in and become established, too, before we let all the dogs loose on it.
We can't wait for it, Stephen. What are some of the last-minute things that the contractor's doing? We've seen a lot of the work already, but what's being done like right now?
Like right now, I mean, they just put some of the fabric on the fencing. You probably drove by and saw the posts up, and now the actual fencing is up, and there's some few areas where they just have to connect the rest of the fencing and finish some of the concrete work, but all in all, they're almost finished. I mean, they're really wrapping it up. We're near the end.
I've got a friend of mine who owns a restaurant. A couple of years ago, he opened, and he had like a soft opening for all his family and friends. And then about a week to 10 days later, he had the real, the big, the grand opening. Are you going to have a soft opening so that longtime supporters, people who are dying to get their little doggies in the dog park like Erin can send their dogs in and kind of try the whole thing out?
That's a good idea. We haven't discussed that aspect yet, but we're open to that possibly. But right now, and we'll know more when we actually set a, rock solid opening date.
What are you doing in terms of the decorative elements and all the little special features? Where are we on getting all those things in?
Well, a lot of that stuff is on order right now, like the water fountains and the site furnishings, like the benches, some of the shade structures. I don't know when the last time you guys yourselves actually drove by the site, but you notice that some of those things aren't out there yet.
Right.
Those are kind of the finishing touches that we're going to use the month of June to put all those things in place. So I think you'll have, around the pond, you'll have some long bench seating, and then also some bench seating outside of the park. This park we're trying to showcase the riverfront, and this is just one part of that. And I think just the dog park is great for dog lovers, but we wanted to make it an area for all of our citizens to enjoy also.
A lot of us that are dog lovers want to know, what do I have to do to get my dog registered to be in the park? Is there a tag I have to get from SPAR? What do I need to be working on now?
Right now, I think all of that information can be found on the SPAR administration website as far as what you need to do to register your dog. I don't have the details in front of me, but there is a registration process, and I think you can get more information on that online.
Is there going to be a fee?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
That's kind of an administrative decision, so I'm more on the construction side of it.
Mr. Steve, once you're open, how many sort of, for lack of a better term, doggy lifeguards, how many staff members will be on hand, will be working the dog park at all times? And what will the hours be, do you know?
The hours are just like any of our other parks. I think that's basically daytime to nighttime, or around 8 or 9 o'clock, I think.
And how many employees will be on site at all times?
We kind of follow the same guidelines as other dog parks across the nation, and this is going to be a dog park in which we rely on the citizens to take care of, as far as following the rules and doing what's right in the park. I don't think we're going to have any actual staff manning the park.
We got to ask you, because this is the elephant in the room that everybody keeps telling me every time I talk about the dog park.
Okay.
Well, it got delayed because of all the flooding. Is this park just going to flood a bunch of times, and lots of times during the year it's going to be closed because it's flooding?
Well, right. We did some additional drainage work in the middle of the park, and we're hoping that that's going to help. It's one of those unfortunate things where we can't really predict the river floods or the crest. There's no way to predict that, but we're hoping that with the design that we have and the way this park is constructed, that if it were to flood, that we could get in there fast, clean it up, and get everyone back in it as quickly as possible.
Plus, it'll wash the poop away. That's how I'm looking at it, just so.
That's right.
This park,
that's a good way to look at it.
This park's going to be among the best in the South. I mean, it's going to have all the bells and whistles. How does it compare to others?
I mean, as far as some that I've seen, it's, you go to other dog parks across the country, they're mostly just large chain link fenced areas, and with a couple of trash cans and a couple of weigh stations. I think this one has got more decorative elements to it, and I think it's that area next to the river, just with its natural topography, is a very, very attractive piece of land, and I think just the overall attraction and look is going to be superior to.
Is the city still considering or looking for or advertising for sponsorships like dog food companies, et cetera?
Well, like I said, we've kind of this is sort of phase one, and phase two are different furnishings, but we're going to need, we're going to want to constantly build on this. So there's always opportunity for sponsorship. We're still taking in private donations, so the door's definitely not shut on that.